Okay. All right, it's recording now.
Recording.
All right.
All right, let's do our little intro.
Hi.
Hi. Okay,
Hi.
go. Just kidding. Here we are. We are in Vegas together, sporting a fancy-ass suite, because that's the way we roll.
Well, it's not really our suite.
It's our suite for now.
Okay.
We're in it, and we're sweet.
We just walked into somebody's hotel room and just decided to sit down.
Right. But we wanted to have an opportunity, or it was actually, I think, Sam's idea to have this particular conversation, and this is going to be, I have a few questions for him, but I'm going to kind of let him take the lead because he wants to talk to us about Ascension and
energies and the concept of New Earth. He always uses air quotes.
New Earth. So I'm really excited to be here in person. Look at me, I'm getting ready, I'm moving my leg over because I'm going to see if Sam wants to have a human hug.
I don't know how he's going to react.
I know. I won't do, Sam, I won't squeeze you unless you invite it.
Okay.
So, okay, I'm going to say bye to Heather.
Bye.
And wait for Sam.
Might take me a little bit longer because I'm too excited.
We're in a different place, too.
Yeah, we're in a different place. Okay. She's shaky.
Door.
It's up there.
Yes.
I don't want to hug you. I'm sorry.
Okay. Now, what's the reason for that? Is it just too intimate, or is it just a weird sensation?
I don't know you so well. I'm not married to you.
Oh, that's all right. You know, humans, we hug everybody. We're very touchy-feely.
It's weird. I'm still getting used to it. She's nervous. I feel it in her legs.
Ooh, we just had a touch. Ooh.
Oh, am I beginning?
Oh, okay. Well, sure. I have some questions from some people. We can start with those, or you can just jump right in. What are you looking at?
It's different.
What do you think of our digs?
It's rather nice.
It's kind of nice, huh?
It's a bit excessive.
We're with the high rollers today.
Where do I look? Where is the...
Oh, just see the
Camera.
green dot? The green dot on top? You could look over there.
I can't very well see color.
Oh, okay, right there.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Oh, I begin. Yes. I'm sorry.
That's
Excuse me.
okay.
How do I begin? I actually would prefer the questions.
Let's start with that, because sometimes questions will open doors to conversations, because I prefer this to be more of a conversation, but I appreciate needing a starting point.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the first question is how can we, I'm assuming that means an individual, be sure we're ascending?
You can't. It's all in feeling, and humans believe that it's something that you have to be aware of. Most people don't realize they're even ascending. They're not aware of any of it. And this sounds counterproductive, the more aware you are, the more you're trying to strive for it, the more you're actually stepping away from it, because it's your ego that's wanting to ascend. So it's trying to push something that's not coming naturally, so it makes it more difficult. Just let things go. And the way you know that you're ascending, it's different for each individual. Some people feel nothing. Some people will wake up and they'll feel jubilant and happy for no apparent reason. Some people will wake up with, or not wake up, you don't have to wake up. You could just have a moment where everything clicks. And that could be a moment.
Okay.
Others may get sick. It just all depends. How we know we're ascending, I would have to go through every tiny detail of what could happen, and that just takes too much time.
That is true, because I believe my experience is very unique. I haven't met another person that's gone through anything similar to me yet.
And our ascension is your own unique experience. Mm-hmm. So yours will not be exactly the same or happen at the same time as another.
Mm-hmm. We're in the same, not only time, but time frame also. It's quicker for others.
Yes.
Okay, here's another question for you. How is New Earth affecting the Sarsahr, humans, and Earth in general?
It's not. It doesn't actually exist. It's not a whole new place that you go to once you ascend. It's a great misunderstanding. I am in 5D and I do not see a new Earth. I'm still in this Earth. And I could be wrong. There could be a new Earth, but perhaps maybe at a much higher vibration than we once thought. But I do not see a new Earth, nor do any other of my counterparts. What I mean by that is my colleagues.
Okay.
And they can go at a much higher frequency than I can. There are some that are all the way up to 90 and they still don't see a new Earth.
Wow.
And what it really is just a new energy that forms around the Earth. Because if you think about new Earth, where are all your plants and animals going to go?
Right.
Because they're not going to follow you. Your new Earth will be quite barren. There will be nothing there for you to have. And if you say that plants are already there, then why aren't they invisible for you now?
There you go.
Doesn't make any sense. It's not logical.
It feels more to me like a state of mind.
It is. It is very much a state of mind. So it does exist, but within your own self.
Mm-hmm. Because
how you view it.
Because we have people in our lives that we love that are not at that state of mind or in the new Earth, yet they're still with us.
Exactly,
they haven't left us.
It's a state of mind. And usually when you ascend, some people say they're brought down by others in the lower vibration. That means you didn't actually ascend to that higher dimension because you would not be bothered by somebody in a... And it's not about higher or lower. Nobody's higher or lower than anybody. And there's no levels. You're constantly being changed. You're constantly morphing in and out of different dimensions at all times of the day, depending on your mood, depending on what's happening, depending on where you need to be in that precise moment. So there's no set in stone dimension you go into.
Okay.
I'm mostly in what humans would call 5D. I don't like the labels, but humans need them, so don't put yourselves down for them because you need them in this time of your evolvement. Is that the word? It is
evolution? Evolvement, there you go.
And the point of your evolution, what was something else? I lost my train of thought. Oh, we can move on.
Okay, let's go. Okay. Are Sarsahr more awake than humans?
Yes, in that we're much more accepting of spiritual living. I consider your species as a whole, not just the small, minute group of individuals who are open to it. I consider the entire human population. We are much more awake.
Okay.
I don't know why you use that term awake.
I don't know.
Wake up from a dream?
Wake up from ignorance,
the Matrix, as they call it. You're still in the Matrix.
Stuff's confusing to me.
You're just aware of the Matrix.
There you go. Aware of it, but man, it's hard to understand that stuff. It says... Oh, we kind of already discussed this in the other question, so I'm going to skip that one.
Okay.
That one, too. Boy, you covered a bunch of them.
Oh, yes.
Here's a good one, though. How does Ascension affect weather?
It does a lot. And it's not really affecting the Earth so much as the individuals whose energy. So, like I said before, people ascend at their own time, but sometimes there will be groups of people who ascend at the same time because their souls in itself, they're on the same path in a way. They kind of match up, not completely, but they're much more aligned. And so they'll ascend at the same time. That's how some people will call them the event.
I want to talk about that a little bit.
And there's no events, really. There's not a dramatic change. It's just there's a big enough group of people going through something at the same exact time that it causes a dramatic change and not just themselves, but it can affect the weather around them. And that can happen with just one individual. Your weather is very much aligned with us and how we're feeling. Earth is very attuned to us as much as we are in tune to Earth. So everything affects each other. So when we're going through Ascension, Earth will be affected by that energy. It's our accumulated energy causing the waves, causing the storms.
Right.
Because sometimes people don't ascend very
peacefully,
pleasantly.
Right.
And it can cause a lot of violence. Some people go in kicking and screaming. Other people go in quite nicely. It's just stepping in through a door.
Sam, I have to ask you a question. I don't know if Hermione's in there somewhere, but that computer went dark. I don't know if we're still recording. I don't know how that works. Let me touch it and see if it turns back on.
Try touching it. It's the green light on.
Okay. I think it just goes dark on us, so we can't see it. It's still counting. Whew. Okay, this event, and I feel like there's been events for
there have been
all along, and I feel like people, because it's like the Lion's Gate or whatever it is, I feel like collectively we feed into that and create a bigger energy.
We do
because of it.
You do, not us,
right?
But you do, and a lot of people will feel left out because they either ascended far before this event, just because they weren't following the group. And it's not even the entire human population that's involved. It could be only 5 or 10 people involved, but their energy is so strong together that it makes it feel like it's this grand event, and there really is nothing going on. That's just everything that happens every day. Everyone's constantly ascending every single day. It's more of a personal growth rather than a spiritual evolution.
Right, a big slam of energy changing us overnight.
Right,
whatever.
You're changing every single day. Each time you wake up in the morning, you're a different person than you were the day before.
True that. And then the weather. Go back to that for a minute, because I remember I got an opportunity to channel Harvey. And that was really interesting to me because Hurricane Harvey, that the Earth was saying that it was just part of purging for hundreds and thousands of years.
Yes.
All kinds of stuff. And so I guess like humans, maybe the Earth is going through its own ascension, and it has to have its moments of unpleasant, unpeaceful change.
It goes through ascension when we do.
Okay.
It doesn't go through its ascension on its own. We help it to get there, to follow us.
Okay, so is it symbiotic? I mean, do we go back and forth with it? Or is it Earth just keeping up with us? In our
Earth
ascension?
is keeping up with us because it's there for us.
Oh, so
there is no, as far as I'm concerned, speaking logically here, not spiritually.
Okay.
There is no new Earth. There's no other planet you're going to go to. You're going to stay on this planet, but the energy around this planet will change.
Okay.
Essentially, you would think it's a new Earth, but it's still the same old Earth.
Okay. And the new Earth, is it a reasonable assumption that we are more happy and more peaceful, and that's how we can tell the difference?
Yes.
And that somebody that is not in that new
Some
Earth
people,
is still living in torture and pain and whatever.
Yes. There's some people who live in the new Earth right now, like I do, but I'm still in the same Earth. It's more of my mindset has changed.
Okay. I think I'm on my way, Sam. I really think I am. Okay, I'm going to find another question. Okay, I don't really know what this means. Maybe you do. Is our junk DNA being activated?
Why would your DNA be junk?
I have no idea. I don't know what that term means. Maybe it's DNA we just haven't activated or don't use or something.
Okay, it could be perhaps, not everybody, you don't have useless DNA.
Maybe it's just not activated, and because of that, some human has coined that term.
I don't think it has anything to do with your DNA. It just deals with who you are as a spiritual being, and it's more of tapping into that part of yourself, of your soul, rather than the DNA itself.
Okay, somebody is curious about, I don't think you have them, about Sarsahr Ascension symptoms.
We have them.
Okay.
They're very small. It's not quite like humans, because for humans, everything's very dramatic. For us, it might be that we get a little irritable for one day, and it's not even that much of an irritability. It's very tiny, like you stubbed your toe, and so you're just a little irritable. But that's it.
Boy, not us, man. It's hard work. Okay, and we've just gone through all these questions already because you answered many of them on the first. You cheated. Just kidding. Okay, let's move on then. Can we talk about? You have some input about energy. I'm not sure if you were talking about energy healing or what you wanted to talk about.
Energy works for the individual. It doesn't work for us. It's not energy working for us. We work with it. It's we that controls the energy, and energy is everything. Energy is, it makes up our thoughts. Our thoughts are energy. We are energy. Our bodies are. The plants are made up of energy. Everything is. So you can manipulate anything once you get into that mindset that everything's energy. If you can do energy healing, why not be able to manipulate an object and make it grow faster or bend it a certain way? Some people are really good with telekinesis, and that's just them manipulating energy and to a physical level, which humans think it's impossible to do, but it's not. The fact that you think it's impossible makes it impossible.
Right. Let me ask a personal question on that, because I'm on this weight loss journey. And I asked my guides to help me be big cheater pantses and kind of exacerbate my results and make them faster or quicker. With intention, because I'm having such success. I wonder if it's really working or if I'm just being extra disciplined in my dieting.
Both.
Really?
Yes.
Doing it. So that is so pay attention. You can use energy healing to speed up your weight loss and healing and everything. Do it.
Let's see, what else was there I wanted to talk about? I mostly talked about how there is really no new earth other than within your own thoughts. I also wanted to talk about how there's, just because a species is in 5D or 9D, whatever you choose to call it, does not mean they're better than you. Does not mean they're more advanced than you. Nobody is more advanced than another, and a lot of my own people would disagree with this. But it is my belief that we're all equal no matter where we are. And you can still feel anger. I can still get upset. I can still feel jealousy. I can still get sad. Because the point of existing and being incarnated is to be able to feel.
Right.
And it doesn't matter how high you go, you will still always feel all the same amount of emotions that you would be in 3D or 2D. I don't know what you guys call them. It's so strange you call them dimensions, because that's completely, the way you define dimensions in your science community goes completely against what you call it in the spiritual community. I think you guys need to get more in touch with each other.
I don't even. You're saying we do need to get in touch with each other. I don't even know what you're talking about. What are the two things? What are the
dimensions? Or
I don't know. Okay, you say it's odd that
you call them
label them dimensions.
Yes, I would call them a different way of thinking rather than a different dimension, because that insinuates that you're going to a whole other place of existence, and that's not entirely true, where you see things differently. The objects are different shapes. There's more dimension to the shapes, and that's not necessarily true. You won't see more color. Or you're still human. You're still in your human body. If you transcend the human body, then you're essentially a spirit, and that defeats the entire purpose for why you're here. So it doesn't matter how high you go, you will still always feel the emotions, and a lot of humans misunderstand that, they misinterpret it. It does become harder to hold on to those feelings. You get over them much quicker.
That's nice.
But they're still there. Because if you didn't have them, you wouldn't have ego, and that's also another thing I want to talk about. Stop trying to fight your ego. That doesn't make any sense. It's completely illogical, because you came here with your ego for a reason. And if you try to transcend it completely, then you completely defeated the purpose for why you're here. Why are you even here?
I like that you said that, because we're all supposed to just be all loving and all shiny all the time, but that's not the truth. I'm a human being, and sometimes I'm an asshole. Sometimes I talk shit.
And even when you are an asshole, you're still doing it out of love. Everything is love.
I agree. Yeah, because you're also kind of, when I go through these things where I get shitty, I'm processing it so I can find my way back to shine. But that's what it is. It's the process. We're humans to process things.
And when you're a spirit, you feel mostly nothing but happiness, unless you really want to feel something else. You come here to experience the other kinds of emotions, so you can remind yourself how great it is to feel happiness. That's another perspective you can think of.
You said something a minute ago that I found interesting. You said in the higher dimensions, which you can also call like, dimensions could be maybe synonymous with new earths. This is this new earth, and this is this new earth, and this is this one. They're just different vibes and different feelings. But
a different place physically.
Yeah. So you said that you can, it's harder to hold on to emotions in the higher dimensions. But here as humans, we often say it's harder to let go of them. I just thought that was an interesting change in words, and that he's saying hold on and I'm saying let go. So that's all just an observation that we can't let shit go sometimes.
And that's all right. And you shouldn't beat yourself up. People need to stop trying so hard to ascend because you're making it impossible to ascend because you're so preoccupied with it. And your ego is very involved in it. Your ego is there to protect you, but it can also hold you back if it's too much. Just like if you're too tapped into spirit, you're not grounded enough to be able to channel clearly. And you're not channeling at all. You're just talking to your own ego. So you have to make sure everything's balanced. So there can be an over-ego, but there can be an under one. And both are in imbalance. You need to find that good middle ground because you need your ego, you need to ground, you need all of it.
I remember I got advice from my higher self fairy girl, and she said, quit fighting what you're going through. Quit fighting it. It's okay to feel the way you're feeling. Feel your hurts and feel everything, because the more you fight it, you sabotage yourself, and you're bringing focus into it, and you're going to continue to feel it that much longer.
Yes.
So roll with it.
Yes. Let your feelings flow. Honor the experience you're having.
Okay.
I think that's all I have to say.
Let me see how I have to go touch this thing again. See how we're doing on time. We don't have any more questions for you. Oh, we did okay. We got a 20-minute video.
Oh.
Well, let me, Sam, I brought my socks.
Yes, I see that. See, you brought your socks.
Did I use them yet?
No.
Okay. Got any hints?
We won't be coming for you during the day.
Okay.
It's much too dangerous. Plus, it's too cold. At night wouldn't be much better.
Are we going to be here? Do you need us to go somewhere?
No. You could just stay here. We'll find you.
Okay, we brought presents for you.
I saw that.
You did?
I like him very much.
Oh, did Avery see him too?
No, not yet.
Is he home?
Yes, he's...
Like here, like a few miles away?
Yes, he's...
Oh my gosh. We're going to drive out there today.
I know.
I hope he comes and spies.
He won't. We're busy, but others will come.
Really?
They're curious.
Oh my gosh.
I like your sun. Your sun's very beautiful.
You see it up? Oh, you're just looking at sunlight. You can't see the sun, can you?
I don't need to stare at your sun. That'll blind me.
You're saying it's beautiful.
Yes, your sunlight.
Yes.
That's what I meant.
All right. All right, Sam, I know that you have work to do.
I do.
Heather and I are going to go on some grand adventures today, so peek in once in a while and see how we're doing.
I will see if I can.
Okay. All right, well, thank you for today and for clearing some stuff up for us.
Yes.
And I'm going to go ahead and be bold and say I'll see you tonight.
Also, I want to say that these are my opinions and what my people understand to be Ascension. We could be completely wrong, just like humans are.
Okay. They're more human than we think they are sometimes.
Yes.
All right, Sam. I'll see you next time on Stardust.
Hello.
Ooh. I don't know if that's ours. Let her come on in. It'd be so funny. I think it's a different room. Okay, you guys. Oh, I'm going to let Heather come back so she can say goodbye too. Bye, Sam. Oh, here you are.
They're knocking at our door.
We're almost ready. No. 10 more minutes. Okay. Thank you. It's so funny. All right, we're still recording. We just had a short one, but that was okay. We got to put out a lot of good information.
I hope so.
He answered like most of the questions on the first question, so he cheated and sabotaged the whole list you made. But he was very thorough.
Why do I even try?
I know. Why do you even try? So today, Heather and I are going to go drive out to that temple, and we're going to go check out Pahrump and just look at it. And there's a bunch of snow still up in Lake. I keep saying Lake Charles.
Look how fat my arms are.
Mount Charleston.
Sorry, I'm on a whole other topic already.
And I'm not even going to lift my arms up. My sleeves are too short. Fuck that.
It doesn't matter how thin I get. I'll just have fat arms.
I'm not going to lose the arms either. Ooh, I hate them. Heather's just, kind of bragging about her. God, she's so weird. All right, Heather, are you ready for some fun adventures today? And you know what else we might do?
Food.
Oh my God!
Get the fuck out of some food today.
She's got issues.
I wanted fries all day yesterday. I don't want nothing but pizza.
I'm going to have a cocktail today. I'm going to break my diet and get hammered. And because I'm on this diet, I'm going to get drunk like in 1 minute.
Okay.
We should come back and film. And then but you know what else we might do? Is we might take Volti to Paris.
Oh yeah, the little Paris place. Fucking awesome.
All right, you guys. Thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you a different day. We're going to go have some fun. Bye.
Bye.